Welcome to Sideline Sports, where we give you an up-close and personal look at the teams, coaches, and athletes that make up the South Sound. Here's your host, Jeff Slakey.
Welcome to the first Sideline Sports of December. This week, it's season opener for Shelton girls basketball. A new season of Bulldog wrestling. The High Climbers are ready to jump back in the pool. And the game of the week, Shelton girls basketball hosting Capital.
This portion is being brought to you in part by
Mason General Hospital, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health. High Climber basketball looking to get out a hot start on the road in non-conference action.
It was the season opener for Shelton girls basketball Thursday night on the road at Mount Tahoma. The High Climbers got off to a fast start, leading 11-6 after the first quarter. The Thunderbirds would close the gap in the second quarter as Shelton took a 21-20 lead into halftime. Lexi Moon led all scorers for Shelton at the half with 8 points. Mount Tahoma would start the second half strong behind tough defense, leading 31-27 after 3 quarters. The Thunderbirds would lead by as many as 10 points in the fourth quarter, but Shelton would come fighting back down the stretch. Down by 3 with 8 seconds left, Shelton tried to tie the game on a Timberware 3, but Mount Tahoma's Zayana Fellows blocked the shot as the Thunderbirds hung on to win 49-45. Jackie Lewis led all scorers for Mount Tahoma with 17 points. Shelton's Timberware led the High Climbers with 17 points. Shelton are back on the court hosting Hoquiam this Saturday. I'm Sean Wells for iFiber One Sports.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
The Gillis Auto Center. At Gillis, you're covered forever. North Mason Grapplers have their eyes on a league title.
A new season of North Mason wrestling is fast approaching. This year's Bulldog squad will feature over 50 wrestlers, including 6 seniors. The Bulldogs lose 2 state participants from last year's team, but bring back state wrestler Cole Varick. Head coach Bill McCarty expects Varick to move up 19 pounds in weight class, but thinks he's ready for the new challenge.
But Cole's scrappy. He's quick and really tough. So he'll be able to hold his own no matter what.
North Mason will feature 9 girls on this year's team, a record high under Coach McCarty. Coach McCarty is happy to see his roster grow every year.
Since I took over, me and Sean Drake, my assistant coach, since we took over, we've been steadily growing. And we started out around the 22 range, and now we hit 50 this year, which is pretty much, I think, as high as we'll get, more than likely, and 50 is a lot of kids.
North Mason senior Anton Bauer has taken on a leadership role in practice. Anton's excited about the talent he's seen and thinks this year's full roster can make a push for the league title.
For the past couple years, we haven't had every single weight class, so that's been a big thing because we've had matches where we won on the mat, but they had more guys, so they won. So wrestling all of our weights is a big goal, and hopefully, being a fighting force in a lot of tournaments and leagues too.
The Bulldogs open conference play Tuesday, December 5th, hosting Port Angeles. I'm Sean Wells for iFiber One Sports.
Sideline Sports is being brought to you in part by
4 seniors ready to lead the way for Shelton Swim and Dive.
Shelton boys swim and dive are back in the pool, gearing up for South Sound Conference meets. The High Climbers lost talented seniors from last year's team, but bring in a big number of underclassmen. 4 seniors will help lead the way for Shelton, along with junior Sam Womer. Sam was a state participant for Shelton last year in the 400 and 200 freestyle relays. High Climber co-head coach Chad Youngquist expects the relay teams to be strong again this season.
We've got 3 guys that are pretty darn fast that are a lock, and about 5 guys that are fighting for that 4th spot. Everybody's got to prove themselves, but we've got 3 guys that are pretty fast in the sprints.
This year's schedule only features 2 home meets for Shelton, hosting Capital and Gig Harbor. No starting blocks at the Shelton pool provides a disadvantage for High Climber swimmers, causing Coach Youngquist to schedule as many road matches as he can.
I've scheduled most of our meets so that we're away, so we get a competitive shot at getting best times and qualifying. And every time we're away, we get to practice off the other team's blocks, because we can't practice that here. So I wanted as many away meets as we can for them.
High Climber junior Sam Womer doesn't mind the away meets. Sam feels it gives himself and his teammates more opportunities to qualify for postseason play.
It's kind of an advantage because we don't have the starting blocks here, so that takes a couple seconds off your time. So the more away meets, kind of the better, the more chances to qualify.
Shelton open up conference play Thursday, November 30th at Timberline. I'm Sean Wells for Faber 1 Sports.
Previous results in basketball for boys: Shelton 66, Elma 44, Capital 63, Centralia 55, North Mason 62, La Jolla 43. In girls basketball, North Mason 53, Port Townsend 46, North Thurston 62, Tumwater 39, and Black Hills 57, Timberline 46. In our game of the week, Shelton girls basketball hosting Capital. Shelton comes into the contest with a 1-and-run record, knocking off Hoquiam 66-21, but falling to Mount Tahoma 49-45. Capital sits at 2-0 on the season with wins over Hoquiam and Aberdeen. Shelton won both meetings when the two teams faced off last season. Tip-off is set for Wednesday night at 7 from the Shelton Mini-Dome. Upcoming games in boys basketball: Timberline versus Peninsula, North Thurston at Gig Harbor, Shelton at Capital. Girls basketball: Timberline versus Yelm, Capital versus Peninsula, and North Mason versus Kingston. In wrestling, North Mason versus Port Angeles, Shelton versus North Thurston, and Timberline versus Yelm. This has been another presentation of Sideline Sports. I'm Jeff Slakey.